Hi and welcome back. So today in this video we are going to create a pagination application, how to implement pagination using React and React-redux. So let me just tell you what all things we are going to use. So let me have a HR and we are going to build, let me have some UL, and in this UL I can then have li to tell my list items. So the elements what I will be putting inside this application, let me just okay, so we have and in UL we have the li like this. We are going to build we are going to use React, okay, and we are going to use React-redux. So we are going to have that library functionality, so don't worry, we will be using this thing. Now this is my application like this, and if you need to download some dependencies. So the dependencies will be React Redux, this thing. Let's get this thing installed, and you need reactjs/toolkit js slash, that is redux.js/toolkit, this API. And for making REST API calls, you will be needing React-thunk. Okay, so all these packages, three packages should be there: React Redux, React-thunk, and Redux toolkit. So first of all, for making this, we need our what we call it as store. So for this, I will be creating a file which is named as store.js. Now my store.js, and let me just increase a little bit of the size of my application. Okay, and we need configure store like this, and we need create slice. Now we are going to create some state slices, that's why I'm using all these things. Now let me just shrink this a bit. Okay, now we want to create our this is going to be a to-dos slice. We are going to show each and every to-dos, whatever to-dos are available there, and we'll do pagination on that. So now this slice requires a name. We can give it a name, and this can be obviously optional. Initial state, we need to give it initial state. The initial state will be to-dos. Okay, to-dos, I don't know. The initial state will be blank array. We need to-dos per page. How many to-dos we want to show? Let's say per page I want to show 10 to-dos, and then I want my current page, and by default my current page will be served as 1. And now I want to put my reducers. So I want to align my reducers. And in terms of the reducers, first of all, let's say I will be having on navigate next. Okay, this is navigate to a next page, just like this. Then I will be having on navigate previous page. For previous page, I will be having on change to-dos per page. Okay, we can change how many to-dos we want per page, that is also valid. And on click current page. Okay, we need to also handle whenever we click on current page, whatever things we want to show. Now I want to create my store, so I can do configure store like this, and I want to provide reducer, and my reducer inside this will be to-do store, and in this to-do store I am going to grab this slice, and inside this we'll get the reducer, and that is being assigned. Now I wanna import React. I wanna have my thunk middleware. This middleware helps Redux to React and React-redux to make asynchronous calls, your calls to any API and all those things. Uh, Basically, your functions which have some side effect. For this, we use this middleware, and this gets imported from React-thunk like this. You can also import apply middleware, and now just to the second parameter, you can see this is the first param over here inside this config here, and then you can apply this middleware just like this. Okay, and now what you need to do, you need to export default this store. So we are exporting this store outside of this page. Now I want to create a function which will help me to fetch to-dos, and for this I am going for JSON placeholder to-dos. Let's go over here, and here is my API which gives me a long set of to-dos. So I can do something like this, const fetch all to-dos. I want to fetch all to-dos just like this, and I want to return a sync let's say I want to return a function like this. This function is going to be of type async, and here I am going to get dispatch. Now inside this I want to create a function, and the function is fetch to do API, and this function is going to be async again. And this function here, I'm gonna get the response back, and I'm gonna await for that response with my fetch function. Here is my API. Now what all I need to do, I need to check if my response, or I can do something like this. This is the thing, and now I can just from here return response.json like this, or what I can do from here, I can return this response like this. Now I wanna hit a try catch block like this, catch catch like this. Can have some errors if there are some errors. If errors are there, we can get those errors. And now I wanna have some const or to-dos, gonna get some to-dos, and I wanna await for this call, and then I wanna dispatch an action. And if there is some error, I can do console.log and log that error like this. Now this is the function call which I have made inside this function, inside this asynchronous function, because whenever we are creating this async call action creator, we are creating this action where we are dealing with all the side effects. You need to wrap your async function inside a function which is not absolutely marked with async. This is the syntax for it. So inside this, I'm getting this response, I'm returning this response, and whenever I'm calling this, this is await. So that, and using this await, I have also marked this as async. And now what I can do, I can dispatch action where I can get this data. So for example, I'm having fetch all to-dos or fetch to-dos like this, and now I'm getting here's the state. Okay, I'm getting the state back, and let's say I'm also getting the action back from here. And now what I can do, I can do state.todos is equal to, and I can now do something like this, action.payload. I can grab all the keys, and now I can dispatch todos.action dot, and also I will be doing one more thing, export const todos action is equal to todo slice dot action. like this. And also because this is a arrow based function, so this will not get hoisted immediately, so we can just hit it over here so that we have these things, and we call the fetch here and can pass those to dos like this. So this is also absolutely fine. And now we can also export this function, so we can do export this from, or we can do export this, and we can mark as like this. So over here we have this async function, we have the store created. On next, what we want to do, we want to change our to-dos, we want to change our current page, and the current page will be incremented by 1. So I can do on next hit me 1 like this, and the state will be available from here. In fact, all these things get the state and action prop state, and here also I receive the state. Now definitely if you are going previous, then you will be incrementing by 1, so I do like this. On change to-dos per page, how I can change the to-dos per page? To change the per page, I can receive the action, and I can here then do state dot to-dos per page is equal to action dot payload. This payload object has the value, real value, and for the current page we can have this is equal to action dot payload. So all of our reducers are settled. And now what I can do is actions are also there, reducers we have registered over here. Now this is the store. Now our store is completed. Now you can go to your index.js, and over here you can import provider from, you need to import provider from React-redux like this. And now this provider can be wrapped within your app like this, and let me just try to complete this thing like this. And now this requires a store, and now your newly created store can be imported over here, store from our store like this, and this store can now be assigned over here. So this is the basic setup what actually it needs. You need action creators, that is a slice. Within the slice we have the reducers and the actions. Then for asynchronous side effect call, we have created brand new action created. We have created a store using the config store, which requires key value pairs of reducers. And then we have applied this middleware because we also want to do some asynchronous tasks as well. Now when we come to our app.js, we want to import something. We want to import use dispatch, use selector from @redux-toolkit like this, and inside this app now I can use dispatch because I want to dispatch some actions within my component, and I can then do use dispatch is equal to something like this. Now within this, what all I need to do, I want to have some selector. I want to select my state, and I want to select 3 things. First of all, I need my to-dos. Then I want to-dos per page, what is my page count, and that I'm going to slice from my state just like this. Okay, and then I want my current page, all the 3 states what we mentioned there. So we can use const selector like this. Here I will get the state, and I can do state dot, and now you need to access what keys you have provided in the store. Here it's to-do store, so we can do to-do store dot to-dos, and now you can carry the data, the key, whatever you have mentioned in the initial state. So I'm carrying this to-dos. Next will be similar to this, where we will be it will come here, we will be more interested in these properties and our current page like this. Now in order to traverse that data, what all we need to do, we can just for now do json.stringify to get the data, and we can go on to-dos. We can check all to-dos. Now we also want to import the function that action creator, what we have created, fetch all to-dos, so that we can call that. And we just need to import it just like this, and this also gets imported from the store. Now you need to also use import use effect, so that you can utilize that effect from React like this. And now what I can do, I can do something like this. Let me just quit these things, and I can do use effect like this. And now I can call, I can dispatch this function like this, and in my dependencies array we'll be placing this dispatch so that the things can work properly. Now let's try to give it a quick reload, and what all things are there. Let me just, okay, so spelling mistake, my bad. It will be create store like this, so we do this create store thing, which is fine. The slice reduces keyword to do store return, and if I'm doing this to do's like this, to do store, this is the to do's. This reducer is also there. We have this, okay, sorry, this is the to do's. Yeah, now it's fine. And what all things we want over here, if we go over here, we have the to do store, to do's store. Just try to map these keys like this. And we need to, okay, it's in initial state. Okay, and now in our app.js we are using the use dispatch. Here use dispatch comes from toolkit. Just let me first of all clear my console. And now only issue is with my dispatch. So here is the dispatch. Use dispatch, we are calling this patch. Let me just check use dispatch. Yeah, we are correct over here. So let me just try to call this thing again. The error is toolkit is not a function. Let me just try to have it from React-redux. Just let me just try to do cannot read properties of undefined fetch to do's, and where I'm getting all those things. Okay, where do we have that function? Okay, we are creating this response. We have called this, we are awaiting for that thing. We have this action prop, that is absolutely fine. Okay, so everything is fine, and we are providing the values over here. We are dispatching this thing from here. To do slices available to us. We are using the actions, and we are calling this fetch to do's, and then we are passing those to do's over here, whatever to do's we are getting. And actually the situation is like, okay, to do's is here, we get the result, and now we can do const to do's is equal to rest.json like this. And now and we also want to await for this, and now you can see you get the entire data. Now we are just interested in getting user ID and those fields. So what we can do, we can perform a map on this. We get the to do, and we just wanna return id, which is to do dot id, and we want to return the title, which is to do dot title. So let's hit save, and now everything is fine. So like this, we have successfully saved everything, and now we have the data also available. Now let's go to our app, and over here we can just iterate over this. So we can have something like a UL, maybe, to be precise. Stylings you can apply, no problem. And here for now I want to do to-dos dot map. I get the to do, and now I wanna render allies, that the list items, and over here I will be having the key. The key for me will be to do dot id, and for the data it will be to do dot title. Let's hit save, and now each and every data is available. For now I will be removing this class name. I don't require this. Now absolutely everything looks fine to me. Now we have the entire data, and we want to play around using that data. How we can do it? So for making this thing in a pagination mode, what we can do, we can now create some logic. First of all, I require number of total pages, how many total pages I have, or you can also call it as total pages, no problem. So total pages I will get from, how I can get this total pages, I get the length of my to-dos, the array length, and then I can multiply it with my per page. And remember, per page was my per page was 10. So I can now do seal to get me the exact values. Okay, now what I want my pages array, how many pages I need. So I can do something like this. I can do array, and I want to create how many I want to initialize the length for this array. So for that, what I can do something like this. My total pages, whatever total pages I have, with 1, because the first initial index is 0. So for that I'm taking the keys for that, and now these keys will return me something like this, 0 1 2 3 4, like this keys will be returned. That means the index of that array. And then to remove the 0th index, I want to slice it by 1. So this is my logic for this, and so I have all the pages. Now I want the index of last page. So what will be the index of my last page? So for that I need my current page, and my current page will be multiplied by total to-dos per page. Okay, and last I need index of first page. So what will be my index for the first page? Here I can have the index of my last page minus to-dos per page. So I have the entire now things, and last will be at present what will be my visible to-dos, and the visible to-dos will be to-dos dot slice. I can slice, and this requires me a start and the end point. So the start will be get it from here, and the end will be this, like this. And now instead of iterating over the to-dos, I can iterate over this, and now you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 to-dos are available. Now I wanna iterate over pages to show you the exact idea. So I can do a map. Okay, and in this I get the page, and I want to now return a span tag like this, because I want it to be spanned just like this. Can iterate over the p. Okay, and now what I want to do, I want to also give it a key, and the key will be again the p. So if I just show you, so you can get entire idea. of what all pages we are getting over here. Okay, now sorry, this is going to be like this, so it's now fine. So we have these pages, and we also want to render the next and the first page. So we can do a span, we can go it as proof page like this, and then we can have next here somewhere like this, where we have the next page like this. And I think we can store both of these over here like this. And now this thing is also done, and below this thing, below this UL, I wanna have or I think here I can have a footer, or let's say we'll put it there only, no problem. Here can have a HR, and then I have a footer. Just let me have those footer tags like this, and here I can do something like this page. Okay, current page of to-dos per page. So actually this will be pages, sorry, this will be total pages. Okay, so this logic is done. Now we wanna fire those events whatever we have written in this reducer, so that our logic can be evenly done. And for this, first of all, I want to style this thing, so I can do something like this: import slash styles dot css like this. And now I can utilize this styles array, and over here I want to target something. First of all, I'm interested in this p tag, and in this p tag, first of all, I want to add a class name of button. Okay, so let's evenly give all the buttons as a class name of button, and here I can do button like this, button. I can do it as have some margin, let's say 5 pixels of margin, and I think those are looking now good. Okay, have some padding, I think 4 pixels would be fine, can decrease it to 3, I guess. Yeah, now can have a border 1 pixels solid dark cyan, I guess. Yeah, now can have a border radius, let's say 2 pixels of border radius would be fine. And now what I want, not button, I want to have a hover effect, background color change to dark cyan, and the color changes to white, and my cursor becomes to a pointer like this. So you can see now we also have this cool effect. So this also effect is available to our what we call it as a pagination effect. Now we want to act over this click event. Okay, how we can do those things, let me just try to show you that as well, this aspect as well. Now over here we need to import what actions we have created from here. So here we were having to-dos actions like this. Let's create this thing and let's import this as well. So I want to import to-dos actions from store, and we can do one more thing, we can just utilize each and everything from within the store, so no double things are required. And now we want to render some functions. So first of all, I want to click on click of previous, so I can do something like this on navigate, or I can do navigate previous like this. And now I can create this function const this like this, and now I can have a condition if, okay, how I want to, if my current page is not equal to 1, so I can dispatch an action, and that is the to-dos action dot, and let's see what all actions were available inside this. I want to do this previous state like this, and now I can have this action called up like this. Similar to this, I also need const navigate next like this, and now I can check if my current page is not equal to yeah, if my current page is not equal to total pages, so I can dispatch another action, that is to-dos action dot on, and what functions we have given here on navigate next, so we can call this like this, and now we can also assign this next button on click, and now can assign like this. So if you see, if we try to create on the next, the pagination is happening. You can click on this thing as well, so things are happening, and below on the pages you can also see how things are being assigned. So no matter what, and if we go to the next, see, and if we go to the previous, if we go absolute back to my first page, so this thing is also now working. Now you can see this text are getting selected. I want to remove this type of effect. So what I can do in this buttons class, I can do something as webkit user select, and I want to do it to none. Then I want ms user select, set it to none, and then user select, set it to none. So now you can see if I click on this, nothing will be happening to this, and we are no longer selecting those texts, and everything is working absolutely fine. And for more information, if you want to see that everything is rendering up to the mark, what I can do, I can have something as todo.id, okay, can attach some spaces like this and have something like this. Okay, so there are tons and tons of things, what all things can be achieved. For now, I can then assign something like this, so that you can also see that I am having those IDs also, so things are pretty much getting paginated. Okay, now these all things are done. Now I want that on click of this button, I navigate on that page. So this is my page, I can click on click, and what I want to do on this click, I want to change my current page, so that thing is also available. So I can do const handle current page. I can click on this, and I can dispatch a new action which says to-dos action dot this, and now this requires me a payload. I want to provide it the page like this. Let's now pass that param to this, and we can use call, because this arrow function, so this is not available, so we can provide it this kind of this thing, and now this will be also available. So if you see, if I click on this functionalities, if I click on this buttons, so things are getting changed like this on click of these buttons, and I can also navigate just like this. Now if you want to change how many total data you can see on this page, that can also be done. There is absolutely no problem. So whenever we are having this in this footer, here I can have a select tag just like this, okay, and here I can then okay, let's have a HR as well. So now I can have some options and just have this options. Now can show that I want to have I want to render 10, and can then have few more selections, let's say 50 and 100. Just provide the values, whatever values you want. Let's say the value is 10, for this the value is 50, and then for this the value is, let's say, 100. Now on change of this, I want to fire again one more action, and for now I'm using I will be dispatching that action over here. Here you see I have on change of to-dos per page, so that thing can be called I can dispatch to-dos action dot this one, and now this requires the data. Here I get the event, and I can do event dot target dot value. So if I try to change this thing, you can see, okay, now let me just check 100. So you can see now the data is being called up, okay. I can see 100 records like this, and if I change it to 50, you can see I can have on per page I can see those records, and if I change it back to 10, then I have those 10 records available. So this was the video regarding how we can perform pagination in React using your Redux toolkit, your React-redux library, and Redux-thunk also, and how we can create the slices and get the data into particular slices. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, do hit the like button, share this video among your friends, and whenever I will get 50 likes on this video, I will give you this entire code snippet. This code snippet you can have it, just comment on the under this video, like, and also share this video, and we'll share you this code absolutely free of cost. And you can also see, and you can also perform this code, do some changes, and also post in the comments how you like the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you now in the next one.